Hello, today I want to explain a little bit about how to calculate the UPS backup time. And this is always asked the questions from my team, from my customers. So first of all, you need to understand that there's a two type of UPS on the market. First is a UPS embedded with a battery, and there's you connect load, right? This kind of UPS always is not very big power. I mean, like a 1 kVA or 500 VA or something. This kind of this is the very common UPS you can find in the market. And there's another type of a battery UPS is a very big one, like a 2 kV or something bigger, and they always use external battery. And this is another scenario we'll explain in the future. This is a little bit complex to calculate. Okay, so for example, this is the one UPS we can find in the market is the APC's back UPS with the 500 VA. Okay, and it has a built-in batteries. We first when you have the UPS, for example, if you have a UPS in your hand, you first need to check the catalog of the UPS to find out what kind of battery it is. It is embedded inside this UPS. Okay. Now, for this UPS, we can find out on their webpage we can find out the replace batteries information. But anyway, this UPS already provided the runtime for you to for reference, but not always different provider will have these things. Okay, so that's the background of why we need to learn how to calculate by ourselves. And this is the battery. Now, if we click inside, you can find that it's APC battery that it has 7H and 12 volts VDC voltage. This is the typical lead acid battery, right? Sometimes you will find that the lithium battery depends. Okay. So what you need to do is to find out the amperes hour and the voltage. This is two information we need in the next step calculation. Okay, be careful that this voltage sometimes can change, can be 24, 48, depends on their design. Okay, their internal design is different. Although this provider is using 12. All right, so when we get this number, and next step we need to define that what kind of load power we have here. Load power, you always can find your device's catalog. Okay, it has their rated power or something, max power sometimes. So you find out the power. Max power means the how to say the highest power it will reach, but sometimes it will not. It will go to averagely like 70% of the max power. Okay, if it is say rated power, then it's like average power. You can use that number. Okay, so how do we use this kind of the capacity numbers we find out in the previous step is first we need to understand the concept. Okay, uh, the UPS is just you can think about it's like a water tank. Okay, the capacity of the battery is like the water put in the water tank. Okay, then you have a load power and the load power you can understand like water outflow speed from the tank. So let's say the load power is higher, than the water outflow speed is higher, and then the water will go to the end very quickly, right? That's the concept. So you need to understand this. Now, first, how to calculate the water level, let's say, or how much water you have inside of the tank. Let's, it's using these numbers, okay? Let's electricity storage in battery that is using the battery voltage multiple battery amps hour that equal to the final number. This number is the capacity of the battery, or let's say the how much water you have inside the water tank. Now you cannot use this number independently decide what's the capacity of the battery because it really depends on the voltage to decide the total capacity. Okay, so simple. If you have a lithium battery or whatever battery, I mean, you find out the voltage and the amps hour, you multiply them together, it becomes watts hour. That's the number of the capacity of the battery. Okay, and this is not very precise, but this is just for you to understand an easier way to get the number for calculation of the UPS backup time. Okay, but it works. Then what's the watts hour means? For example, if you have 84 watts devices and this, sorry, you have an 84 watts device, and if you connect this battery, it can keep your devices run like 1 hour. That's simply understanding this is what it means. So now we have 50 watts, right? So we can work out like this way. UPS backup time for 50 watts load equal to the electric storage in the battery. I mean, we got the number, right? The capacity of the battery is like 84 watts hour, and divided with load power. So it's 84 watts hour divided with 50 watts. So we got 1.68 hours. Now you see that this number always fixed, right? If I will change this load, I mean, right now you connect another small, how to say, not very heavy load, like 25 watts load, then you get number bigger, right? Now you have a higher load, this get numbers smaller, right? So eventually this you get the UPS backup time. But be careful because normally the UPS will not discharge the battery 100% because that is not very helpful for the health of the battery. So sometimes, and not sometimes, I mean like most of the providers they do the job like this. I mean they will discharge only 80% of the battery and left 20% not discharged. So you better multiple 80% of this real number get the final number. All right. I mean this is like a typically every UPS provider will do this, and our UPS system also do the job like this way. Now, so you get the final number. You see, it's not very complex. Uh, we just simplify the understanding of the everything and use this formulation. You can get final numbers. Okay. If you have any questions, you can send email to me. Okay. Thank you.